What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to episode 15 of the Toronto Huskies franchise mode. We are in the most important week of the series so far, as we are here in week 17, getting ready to take on the 12-3 Philadelphia Eagles, the hardest opponent we have gone up against all season long, with playoffs pretty much on the line. Now, there's a chance that if we lose and the Patriots lose, that we still make the playoffs, which would be shocking to say the least, given everything that's going on. But we have an outstanding, we like to call it a no-name defense. So, it wouldn't be shocking, but I mean, it would be shocking. Would it? Would it not? I don't know, man. But this is a big-time matchup. It looks like Harrison Phillips is going to be ready. He is. I don't know why Star Latutelay, guy that's pretty much suspended, that we benched, huh? Coach, do we have a discussion, Coach, about that one? We got him back, which is good. Larry Allen Jr., same thing, very nice. Slot in there, starting at right guard. So we're getting a little bit healthy for all the players that are still eligible to play. But the big question coming to this one was, I mean, we got the Josh Allen injury. He is done for the season, and neither AJ McCarron with a super hot girlfriend and Nathan Peterman was the answer last week. And I left you guys with a question: what quarterback should we roll with for the most important game of the season? And it really came down to two potential free agents. I'll give you guys the runner-up, and I'll give you guys the play. Now, I thought for sure you guys would go Davis Webb, because Davis Webb is without a doubt the most talented quarterback that's here. There is still some upside with him. There's a chance that if we bring him in, man, he'll never play over Josh Allen. Josh Allen, a.k.a. Uncle Rico, is our savior. But we might be able to have him as like a really, really strong backup. And if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, you can never have too good of a backup. But I thought for sure that he would be the pick. So for you guys, number 2, the runner-up, just missing out. And I don't know why he's popping out. Is he super, like, should I actually do like a video of him at some point? Is Danny Etling. Now, Danny Etling had that super long run in the preseason in real life. And, from LSU, I mean, LSU quarterbacks are meh, to say the least. But he was a really popular option here. You got 92 throw power. He's pretty quick, 86 speed. His throwing stats aren't that bad. Like, they're in the 70s at least. And we're not going to be, there's no franchise quarterback still available right now. But what we are going to be going with is we are going to sign J.T. Barrett off of the Saints practice squad. And on 1 week's notice, we're going to put all of the pressure on him to try and get the Toronto Huskies not only into the Super Bowl, but to give us a shot at winning the Super Bowl. So he's a 65 overall, 6'2", 220. Everyone knows J.T. Barrett, right? If you watch college football, he pretty much played at Ohio State, it felt like, for 95 years. 87 throw power. It's his mobility that really is the strength of him. 87 throw power is not that great. The short actually is pretty good. The throw on the run's pretty good. He got good speed, good acceleration. He's a great athlete. One of those guys that I was still kind of surprised actually stuck around as a quarterback when he went to the NFL. I thought he might have been one of those guys that wants to change to a wide receiver or a running back or a defensive back. But you guys wanted to see J.T. Barrett. I'm a man of the people. So we are going to be rocking and rolling with Mr. J.T. Barrett as we take on the 12-13 Philadelphia Eagles. So looking at where the Eagles have done their damage this year, you have, oh my God, they have the best quarterback. I think most people can agree that Carson Wentz is the best and most overpowered quarterback in this year's Madden. Like, there's a reason why every time anyone complains about the computer or something like that on Twitter from Madden 19, it's always like, well, how come Carson Wentz can break all these sacks and do all this stuff? He's incredibly overpowered. And the only time he wasn't overpowered was when we did the Philadelphia Eagles realistic rebuild. Run the ball, they get a 1,000-yard rusher, and they get a lot of touchdowns between Jay and they have C.J. Anderson for some reason. Alshon Jeffrey over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns for Bruce Ellington. What? Zach Ertz has been a really nice weapon defensively. Malcolm Jenkins and Jordan Hicks have been all over the field. Their sacks are down a little bit. I know sacks are down pretty much across the league, but you still, Fletcher Cox, Derek Barnett, Brandon Graham, those guys are savages. 4 picks. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna need to make sure J.T. Barrett protects the football, because this is a defense that has been turning quarterbacks' happy days into nightmares with all those turnovers. So, biggest game of the year. We're incredibly underpowered. We got a 75 offense. Our defense has been the strength of this team all season long. I'm telling you right now, this is the most underrated defense in Madden right now. The way that they're playing, the way that they're just constantly shutting teams down, keeping us in games. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, we can just look at this. Now, it's always hard to look at these stats because we're playing not on full 15. We're playing on 10-minute quarters, and the computer's playing on 15. But, even if you chalk it up, we're still going to have the least points against in the league if we're all playing on the same time frame. We'd probably have a little bit more, but we definitely still would probably have less than 285. So our defense has been playing lights out. I'm not surprised at all. Sean McDermott's an excellent defensive coordinator. So let's do it, man. Playoffs on the line. JT Barrett's time to shine. It would have been awesome if someone like Tom Savage was there, but clearly Tom Savage is such a monster. He's going to be rostered. But, you know, we're just foolish thinking that he would have been available on the free agency wire. So we're going to be rocking and rolling with JT Barrett. I'm nervous, but let's get into it. What? No way. Come on. That didn't make any sense. Why didn't anyone follow me? Set him in motion. Jesus, man. What is this game? It's a snow game in Canada. We should have all the advantage right now. All right, our first passing attempt with JT Barrett in the offense. Oh, man. The thing that kind of works against it is his throw power. 87 throw power, the biggest aspect and success of our offense, has been, for the most part, getting the ball downfield to Zay Jones and Corey Coleman. You know, big difference from 99 throw power and Josh Allen to, oh, let's run crossers. Let's see what kind of cheese he can execute, because I don't want to run crossers a lot. I know everyone could probably just cheese crossers, but the fact that you saw that opening safety, the game just bugged out. I feel like we get at least run this on our first drive. See if we can get some magic to happen. Nope. All right, a big 3rd and 10. We just don't want any turnovers. We know that that first drive, that blown play and coverage on his eye is not the norm, and our defense should keep us in this game. So even if any points right now would be pretty helpful. We don't want a turnover. Just, oh, right there. Underthrown ball. That was... Colin was wide open. Again, maybe if he had more than 87 throw power. Like, that was Josh Allen. That would have been enough zip to go through the DB. That didn't even really make that good of a break on the ball and would have went to our wide receiver. He was double coverage, but again, that's the luxury. We got used and we got, you know, spoiled with Josh Allen's arm strength that he could fit balls into that tight window, phrasing. But not the case, man. We got to adjust our game plan. Toasty! Oh, my. I'm telling you right now. Zay Jones plays like a 99 overall player. He's the reincarnation of Calvin Johnson. I'll fit that into Goddard. Oh, my.
Ah, yeah! Yeah!
Oh, that was just under 87 throw power on full display right there. We actually had a chance if you could get it up over, but oh my god, limp. His fucking JT Barrett's already needs some Cialis. All right, we got to make a decision to try to have just some sort of comeback. Barrett is not getting the job done. Peterman was the lesser of two evils when it became him and AJ McCarron for doing the comparison. So sorry, JT, couldn't get the job done. Oh my god! Get the fuck out of my lineup. Your girlfriend's hot. Hopefully you bang some talent out of her or something. I don't know. 4th and 20. Why not go for it again? I don't know where McCarron lands on the scale of throw powers, but I'm going to think he has the most throw power on our team to make this happen. So let's see. Oh, who else? Who else would get open but Zay Jones? And he's hurt. Awesome. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, insta sack. Beautiful. Oh, diving pick. Nice. Oh, what a fitting way to end the season with a sack by Michael Bennett. I mean, maybe the Patriots lost. Last I checked, they were winning, but that was just... Oh, my God. That was an ugly game. No quarterback was good. McCarron was the less shit of all, but 6 picks on the day. JT Barrett, you guys thought he might be the answer. He was not very good at all. Maybe he's probably the worst quarterback I've actually played with in this game. Running the ball, we couldn't. We're playing from behind by like 20 the whole game. Huge game from Dallas. I mean, these are our 2 biggest weapons, and I hope to God we can retain them for next year. We know Goddard's already signed on. We're still waiting to hear from Zay Jones, but 7 catches, 105 yards for zones, 15 catches, 165 yards for Dallas Goedert. Guy's a monster. Defensively, Tremaine Edmonds had a big game for us. 11 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack. 3 TFLs for Shaq Lawson. No picks on the day. That was just... Ooh. That was an ugly one, man. Not the way we wanted to end the season, but, you know, there's still a chance. I don't know if any of you guys were watching the ticker and know what went on in the Patriot game, but let's pop out. Find out if we're going on the playoffs, and also just do a season summary from a statistical standpoint for our Toronto Huskies. So with that loss, 34-6 against the Eagles, I mean, there's nothing much we could do in that game. The Patriots got the victory. The Patriots squeaked into the playoffs. But I still think, given all of the nonsense that's gone on, the Canada Bill, injuries, the fact that we were 9-7 and we lost just one game, just by one game for the playoffs, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Now, there's probably going to be lots of turnover if this Canada Bill goes through, but the fact that we were that close, we put up that much a fight against the Patriots, who have had an absolute stranglehold over the division, you got to be really, really proud of the guys. So we will wrap up by just showing you guys the stats around the league too. It's not going to be super, super long, and we'll set up everything for the midweek episode that will be coming to you guys probably Wednesday or Thursday, which will be the fallout from the Canada Bill, and we'll set up our off-season. The off-season stream will be on my Twitch Saturday night, and hopefully, if things go well, on Sunday, it will be chopped up and uploaded here on the YouTube. So it will get uploaded on YouTube. I just don't know if I'll have it already for Sunday night. So we had 3 award winners on our team. First up was Rodney Anderson, who said that he wants to move on from the team, but he will be traded. He wants this team to get some compensation, so we do thank him for that. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I guess silver lining is that he didn't get a dev trait boost, so it doesn't sting that much. But the fact that a player we took in the second round that was maybe the most electrifying player on our offense wants to leave, that's never a good thing. Dallas Goedert, we got 3 skill points we can spend. He has committed to the team long term. He not only made the Pro Bowl, was the NFL receptions leader, which you'll see those numbers in just a little bit, but he was an absolute monster. He had an abdominal injury that missed, I don't know how many games, 3 or 4 games. You can only imagine what his numbers would be if he played the full season. And then on special teams, showing the special teams some love, because not only am I the best kicker on YouTube, I'm now apparently the best punter. Justin Vogel made the Pro Bowl, so that's pretty damn dope. And we got a couple skill points to sign on there. So if you look here, AFC East, where our team ranks, I mean, yeah, 9-7 on the year. Best thing about our team was our defense, 257 points against, the least amount in the league. We're like that no-name defense. I think they used to call that for, it might have been the Vikings. But that's we're you know, taking that moniker. Not a lot of stars on this defense. We had some nice players on the back end, but still, no one expected us to have the #1 points against. But we still were able to do that. Definitely stings, seeing that we're the only team that has like a top 5 defense that didn't make the playoffs. Looking at our stats, Josh Allen, we're on that up, 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. If he didn't miss, how many games did he miss? The last game. He might have, I don't know, that was a really tough Eagles team, but he would have been pretty close to getting 30 touchdowns on the season. You just see the quarterback play when he wasn't in there. That is 8 interceptions and no touchdowns. Absolutely brutal. The one stat I don't like about Josh Allen is the fact that he was sacked 52 times. Our offensive line was not that great to begin with, and we had some players in and out with injuries and signed on the Canada Bill and just getting benched, which didn't help out. So improving the offensive line is maybe our top priority amongst a lot of other things, as if this Canada Bill goes through, we're going to have a bunch of players we're going to need to look at replacing. Running the ball, Rodney Anderson got Offensive Player of the Year. Almost 1,000 yards. He missed the last 3 or 4 games, I believe. So if he would have played that, definitely would have broke 1,000 yards. And this one definitely does sting. And the fact that we had Chris Ivory as a starter for at least 5 games, and that was his numbers. We definitely need to solve the running back spot. Just the running game in general. It encompasses the offensive line and the running backs. Now that we're not going to have Rodney Anderson, we got to figure that out. Receiving, Dallas Goedert, 103 receptions, which led the league, 1,200 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. Let's say here how many games I don't want to do that, but he missed a couple games. I'm going to say, we'll just say 4. He missed 4 games. He would have played that. I mean, 115 receptions, 10 touchdowns. He's a monster, man. And I'm really, really happy that he committed to our team long term. Zay Jones, one of those players you got to come back midweek who seemingly caught everything. This guy was so overpowered. 50 catches, 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. I hope to God he doesn't sign on and commits to the Toronto Huskies long term. Corey Coleman would have been nice, but he already went to free agency, declined our in-season contract offer. Benjamin's gone. Hopefully Jalen Samuels, a nice little two-headed tight end attack that we had with Samuels and Dallas Goedert. Hopefully he can come back again. That's not a bad year from a guy that was pretty much a running back on the Steelers that got cut. We made him into a very serviceable tight end. Offensive line, I mean, this guy was actually kind of impressive, but he was playing out of position as a center, and for whatever reason, centers just don't give up sacks. But look at Michael Jordan, Derwin Gray. I mean, our offensive line was not good. Defensively, though, an insane season for Tremaine Edmonds. 112 total tackles, 21 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Jared Davis as well. I think we had one of the best linebacking core in the league. Edmonds has committed long-term to the Huskies. Davis has yet to make his decision, but a really good season from him too. Late trade. At the beginning of the year, we could have made a move in the offseason. We decided to wait a little bit into the regular season, bringing him over from the Detroit Lions. 77 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 3 picks. I mean, it would be definitely ideal to have these two be the face of our defense for quite a long time. We got 14 sacks, 7 tackles for loss from Trent Murphy, who, because of his supplement gig, he wants to move on from the Huskies. But again, another one of those players that said he wants to go up on the trade block so we get some compensation in return. Other than that, we had no sacks, which kind of sucked. In the secondary, Micah Hyde, 6 picks, and he missed. He had that, 2-3 game? I think it was a 3-game suspension. Didn't play the last 2 weeks. He probably could have had, maybe even challenged for double-digit interceptions. Really, really productive. I guess the only silver lining is he is one of those players that signed on that we can trade him and get something back in return. Jarrett Davis, 3 picks. Mike Hilton, who's committed to this team long-term, 3 picks. Poyer, Greedy Williams, and Trey White. These are 3 monumental players in our secondary that have yet to decide what they're doing with their future, so you guys are going to have to tune in midweek to see what happens there. But it would be ideal if we could retain all 3 of them, especially Jordan Poyer's kind of a twofer because you get his wife. Let's see, 14 pass deflections, Mike Hilton. Kicking the ball, we brought in Pinero after Hauschka missed an extra point to cost us a win, and he's pretty damn effective, 88%. And the punter, Justin Vogel, Pro Bowl punter. Here's why. The yards are pretty good. Anytime you go 50+, it's pretty decent, but 52 punts and 19 went within the 20, which I think led the league. We'll double-check that in just a little bit. Agnew was pretty good as a punt returner, almost 1,000 yards, well over 1,000 all-purpose yards on the season. So how does that compare to the rest of the league? Because I don't just want you to be focused on the Huskies. I want you to know what else is going on. Phillip Rivers and Tom Brady were the best passers in terms of yardage. Jared Goff had 41 passing touchdowns, 39 for Phillip Rivers, 37 for Tom Brady. Mariota, 37. Wentz, 37 and 3. I'd probably say Wentz is the most impressive there. And the fact that he missed some time, but middle of the park for Josh Allen. That's a good starting sport. Running the ball, Zeke Elliott, almost 2,000 rushing yards. Really, really productive year from him. Kareem Hunt, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, pretty much, the familiar suspects for the top running backs. Geis there, who got hurt. He was in and out a bunch of times. So nothing. Whoa, Wayne Gallman, 10 touchdowns. Okay. Receiving, Dallas Goedert beating out Keenan Allen and Randall Cobb by 3 receptions, but those are the 3 guys that caught a lot of balls. Michael Thomas, only 97. How he's playing in real life, that might be lowballing it just a little bit. Keenan Allen was the receiving yards leader. And receiving touchdowns, whoa, D.D. Westbrook, one hell of a year. 81 catches, 1,100 yards, 13 TDs, 12 touchdowns from Kupp. A.J. Brown, the rookie, catching 11 touchdown passes there from Tom Brady. Delaney Walker had a nice year as a tight end, too. Defensively, Eric Kendricks and Anthony Hitchens tied for the league in total tackles. But look at this. Joe, yeah, it's our boy, Tremaine Edmonds, leading the league in tackles for loss. Huge year from Ed Oliver as a rookie. 70 tackles, 19 TFLs, 7.5 sacks. Solomon Thomas, all these guys, again, more so familiar suspects. Myles Garrett tied with Chandler Jones for the league-leading sacks. And that's not bad because you have to have so many tackles to show up on this. Trent Murphy would have been 3rd in the league in total sacks. So that's another thing. It doesn't seem like a big name, but you know that he's leaving. That is a lot of production that we are leaving. We are losing in this offseason. Interceptions leader, Jalen Ramsey, Malcolm Jenkins, and hey, even though he doesn't show up, Micah Hyde had 6 picks as well, tied for 1st in the league. We're getting smoked this offseason in terms of players that we're losing. Best kicker, Justin Tucker. Best punter. Of course, we're just going like this because punts in the 20s pretty much the best stat. It's like a touchdown for a punter, and Justin Vogel leads it, which is a thing of beauty. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP went to Marcus Mariota. Okay. Ugh. Coach of the year went to Sean McVay over Doug Pearson. Again, hilarious. Let's just see the Rams be one and done in the playoffs. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Marcus Mariota. We had no one. Defensive Player of the Year went to C.J. Mosley. Okay, come on. Give us someone here. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Rodney Anderson, as we saw. David Montgomery, A.J. Brown, Justice Hill, Drew Lock. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Michael Jackson, the corner out of Miami. How did Ed Oliver only come third? I thought for sure he would have got that. Greedy Williams at number 9. Quarterback went to Phillip Rivers. Very nice. Josh Allen at 8. Best running back went to Kareem Hunt. Rodney Anderson at 9. Best wide receiver went to Keenan Allen. Oh, come on. Goddard should have made that. Best offensive lineman went to David DeCastro. Clearly, we're not going to have anyone show up there. Best D lineman went to Myles Garrett with Trent Murphy at number 4. Best linebacker went to C.J. Mosley. Best DB. I mean, come on. 21 tackles for loss for Tremaine Edmonds doesn't even make that list. Garbage. Best DB went to Jalen Ramsey with Micah Hyde coming in at number 2. And best kicker, Eddie Pinero, number 3. You know, get a gamble on the Florida Gator Town. So, that is the summary of this season. And, you know, we had some excellent performances from all of our players. Might as well move Josh Allen. Oh, we can't yet. If we had to give a summary of game ball on the offensive side, it's definitely going to Dallas Goedert, considering that he missed, you know, X amount of games. If he would have played a full schedule, who knows what his stats would have been. And on the defensive side of the ball, I think we're going to have to give it to Tremaine Edmonds. Maybe a debate can be made for Micah Hyde because he had 6 picks, but I think the fact that Edmonds has committed long-term and he led the league in tackles for loss, which is a dominant linebacker, big ups for him. Big ups for him. As we look towards, in a couple days' time, we find the fallout of the Canada Bill, which essentially we'll see who we're getting and who we're losing on our team that will set up the live stream on Saturday night. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Unfortunately, we didn't make the playoffs. I tried my best. You guys told me to use JT Barrett, and he was butt cheeks. All the people in there said JT Barrett's a god. No. False. Incorrect. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Say if we can hit 400 likes on this video, 500 likes, somewhere in that territory. I'll see you guys midweek for the prep and the Canada fallout for the Toronto Huskies for the upcoming offseason. And hopefully it'll be a good time. So until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big.